I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, March 25th, 2026. Tony, Taz, Excalibur on commentary. It's so good when Taz is back. I love Bryan Danielson. I really do. But I love Taz's commentary more. I feel like he adds more to it. He has such a great chemistry with Tony and Excalibur. But we're in St. Paul, Minnesota, at the Ray Wilkins Auditorium for this one. And we started off with the banger, Swerve and Kenny 2. I loved this match. I don't love it as much as the first one, because the first one was really special, especially when Swerve destroys Kenny Omega in the end. It was like, not only did he have to do that, but the way he destroyed Kenny Omega in the end. But this one was just a damn good match between these two. Number one contendership on the line, EVP on the line. I was just like, there's no way Kenny's losing this. But after a big battle between these two, man, and just this is why I love pro wrestling. Kenny Omega gets the win, and he will face MJF at Dynasty April 12th. Whew. And I was like, all right, what we got next on the show? We have Darby package. He's in the main event tonight. We got Will Ospreay, who tells Jon Moxley he's coming for the Mox Cult. You know, then we have the Mox Cult take on the Skyflight. I gotta say, Steel stole the show. She was doing great in this match, man. This trios match. And Marina, I just love Marina Shafir, man. I can't wait to see her actually compete for a world championship at some point. But the Mox Cult, of course, gets the win over here. Then Moxley cuts a promo afterwards, calling out Will. And, just letting him know, like, hey, you want to fight at Dynasty? A grudge match, me and you? Watch what you wish for. Watch what you ask for. Because I'm Moxley. We get a Young Bucks package, They're going to come back. Don't worry. They're going to get back in the game. Because after FTR versus Cope and Christian at Dynasty, the Young Bucks will return after that. Speedball versus Rocky. This was a fun match. Speedball for the win. But now let's get to what I've been waiting for. Besides Swerve and Kenny 2, my boy MJF. Big Hebrew. Oh, the devil, he's better than you, and you know it. He comes out, and he's like, and he tells everyone, like, and guess what, everybody? Your anxious minion and your cowboy can never, ever, 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 ever go for this championship again, which is not true. He cannot go for this championship while MJF is champion. But after MJ is cutting this, he goes, now who's next, huh? And here comes Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega on that mic. I just love it. And he's talking about, I was called the God of pro wrestling, and you're the devil, right? Right? Well, guess what? Good versus evil. Evil versus good. Me and you, MJF agrees. So we got the God versus the devil at Dynasty. And I'm just like, oh. And they announced Pac versus Will Ospreay next week. It was like, oh, life is good, man. And this is only like, we're not through the show. We got lots more to go here, man. But I'm excited about MJF versus Kenny Omega. MJF did beat Kenny once. Will he beat him again? Is Kenny on the verge of being a world champion once more? I hope so. We shall see. Then Renee's with Cope and Christian. Don't care. FTR promo. Don't care. At the end of it, they get into it with OC and Roderick, who have a match against the Dogs. It's just, I don't know. I really don't care for Cope and Christian. Christian's an asshole. FTR, just sick of their promos. Just sick of Stokely. I will give it up to Stokely with that Hypnotized Minds jersey. 3-6 Mafia! Give it up to him for that, but God, I'm tired. I'm just tired of FTR. But the dogs get the win. Then we have an awesome Bane and Cross promo package here. They look fierce. I think this is the best team up for Megan Bane ever. Bane and Cross. I was like, that's a tag team you don't want to fuck with. No. Kyle Fletcher cuts a promo, wants to be the best TNT champion out there. And Takeshita comes up and he's like, hey man, I know me and Okada have this thing. I don't want it to get between our friendship. And he's like, remember we were pro Shida? He's like, yeah, you're right. We're friends. And they hug. I was like, oh, they hug. We get into a world championship match right here. Tekla versus Mina. This was awesome. Oh, my second match of the night. Tekla, Mina. Mina got that huge win over Marina Shafir last week. But Tekla, of course, retains the championship. That championship ain't going anywhere time soon. And my girl, she pulls off her belt. She's about to whip Mina. But nah. The ref's like, nope. And the ref took forever to get rid of the belt. Like, he just looked a lot, so much so, Mina pulls out of her top gear, brass knuckles, and I was like, where's the ref? She's holding on to these things, and she's like, But no, this is what took out, she knocked the piss out of Mina, just so Tekla can get the win. And here comes the Sisters of Sin to celebrate with their sister. Then we're getting Renee and Kenny again. I was like, lots of Kenny tonight. He already bid us adieu. What we need more Kenny for? Here comes Speedball. But Kenny is informed that next week they have the contract signing, and if there's any roughhousing, the match is off. Yeah. Real shit here. Oh, and Speedball was like, you're so great, Kenny. We got the Demand. Oh, Ricochet. He was cutting a promo, and it was a decent promo for what it was. I was more distracted about that hat he was wearing and the space between the top and his bald head. I was so distracted. I was like, what's wrong with your hat, bro? Like look at all that space. Look at all that. Look at all that retail space. You can set up shop in there. You can make a store. There's so much going on there. And a smooth bald head. That's the surface. Oh, man. I laughed so hard because I was like, damn, that hat ain't touching nothing. Next, we have a no count out match. Roosh versus Darby. And, of course, it got crazy. I was surprised that Darby beat Roosh. I'm like, what are we doing with Roosh? But after Darby gets the win, the Don Callis family beats him down. I love the fact that Andrade's like, why are we doing this? What are we doing this for? Why are we beating up Darby? I want the world championship. And Don's like, just be patient. And they beat down Darby Allin. So Darby Allin, not only he went to war with the Mox cult, he's going to war with the Don Callis family. He went to war with the dogs. This man is his back against the wall. He's also called out MJF. What's next for Darby and his path? But we set up some Dynasty matches, man. Very excited. Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley. We got FTR versus Cope and Christian. We got MJF versus Kenny Omega. Let's do this, okay? But this was a good Dynamite. March 25th, 2026, Tony Taz Excalibur on commentary, St. Paul, Minnesota, where Ray Wilkins Auditorium. The match of the night is Swerve versus Kenny Dos. Second match of the night, Tekla versus Mina. Moment of the night, is MJF and Kenny Omega, the God and the Devil. All right. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. And this was a good show. But tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
Cowboy can never